Hello, and welcome to today's episode. I'm going to be your host, The Irrelevant Nerd. And today I'm going to be going over my top 10 most anticipated TV shows for 2026. The top shows list was much harder to narrow down the movies than the movies list, which kind of surprised me. Like I had a list of 5 shows, and I kept putting in honorable mentions because I really wanted to talk about some of these shows, and it ended up being 5 honorable mentions, but a top 5 with 5 honorable mentions is basically just a top 10, so here we are. Again, this is just my personal list. I would love to see yours in the comments down below. With all that out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Number 10, Spider Noir. I'm very excited for this show because I think it has a chance to be like maybe the most unique Spider-Man thing, whether that's a TV show or a movie, of maybe all time. And I love that Nicolas Cage is coming back. I thought he did great as the character in the Spider-Verse movies, and I love that it's being filmed in black and white. Apparently they're also going to do a color version as well, but I don't really understand why you would do that, because I feel like the black and white is going to fit Spider Noir very well, especially because they've confirmed that it's going to be a darker and a gritty story. And so I think this really has the chance to be something very cool, and I don't hear a lot of people talking about it, which, to be fair, we still don't have a confirmed premiere date. We just know that it's coming in 2026, and they haven't released a ton of information on it, so it's hard to build hype off that. But I am just so curious, and I'm really thinking that this show is going to come out and surprise everybody. Number 9. Ahsoka Season 2. I think that Season 1 of this show does stumble a little bit in the final episodes, but it does lay a good foundation, and it is starting to expand and explore the Star Wars lore in a very interesting way. It seems like they're going to be going more into the world between worlds and potentially touching on the Mortis arc of the Clone Wars, and I think that's some of the most fascinating stuff we could be exploring if we're still going to be within the Skywalker time frame. And I have a lot of hope that Dave Filoni is going to just improve his craft of doing live action shows coming from Season 1 to Season 2. So I am a bit cautious, but I do think that if they just kind of let Dave Filoni do his thing, and as he's kind of acquiring these skills, this could be some of the best Star Wars that we've had under Disney, period. Number 8, we're going to go with Maul, Shadow Lord. Darth Maul has become easily one of the most interesting Star Wars characters since they brought him back in the Clone Wars, and I do love that in this show we are going to get the crime lord Maul, and we're going to explore a little bit more of the underworld of the galaxy, which we've started to see a bit in some of these animated shows, but I like that we're really, really getting into it. And Maul has a tendency to introduce chaos into every scenario he comes into, and it is so much fun. And these Star Wars computer animated shows, for the most part, are really pretty special. Like, they're pretty beloved by the fans. They're good quality. Everybody kind of knows the Clone Wars started off shaky, but by the end, by the time you get to Season 7, it is one of the best Star Wars anything that we have. And so I think them continuing shows of this style, in particular with this character, is just a perfect combination. And I've always loved Sam Witwer as the voice of Maul. I think he's absolutely perfect. Number 7, Daredevil Born Again, Season 2. I think Season 1 of this show had a lot of positives. There were some negatives for sure, but I am not as negative on Season 1 as a lot of other people are. And so I think Season 2 is where we'll start to really feel most of the corrections from the original team after they were brought in to redo this show after it was already over halfway filmed, I believe is what we had heard. And some of the stuff you see in season 1 is still kind of lingering from that old team. So I'm hoping by the time we get to season 2, it solidifies and it feels more like the Netflix version of Daredevil, the first 3 seasons, because I just love this show and I love this cast. I think Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio are some of the best comic book castings of all time, and I really hope that the MCU doesn't waste it with these lackluster seasons and like changing these characters that so many people were already so fond of. Number 6, Lanterns. So I would say this is our first major DCU show. We had Creature Commandos, but that was animated. Didn't get a ton of traction. You had Peacemaker Season 2, which also didn't get a ton of traction, but was also kind of a bleed over from the DC EU that had to work a little bit to reestablish itself within the DCU. And so I think a lot of fans were just kind of checked out on it. But this Lanterns show is so important because with kind of the mixed reception to pretty much everything DCU, including Superman and the shows, as well as the very polarizing nature of the Supergirl trailer, I think the show is very important and is going to establish, hopefully, the tone for the live-action TV shows going forward. And I think the Green Lantern mythos is incredibly underrated, and I think the fact that they're doing like a mystery buddy detective show is actually kind of a perfect type of show for the Green Lantern Corps, and they could really set up bigger problems for the DCU. That's where James Gunn could pull a lot of these like world level threat villains without repeating what we've already seen before, is by pulling some from the Green Lantern mythos. So I think it does have potential. I am nervous just kind of based off of how the DCU has gone so far, but the actor that they cast as Jon Stewart, I believe his name is Aaron Pierre, I think he's going to do just a fantastic job. He's a magnetic actor, and so having him as the lead gives me a lot of hope, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed that I truly start to love the DCU with this show. All right, bringing us into the top 5, X-Men 97, Season 2. Season 1 of this show completely blew me away. It exceeded all of my expectations. The animation is beautiful but familiar to the show that actually came out in the 90s. It has an extremely compelling narrative, like per episode, and then for the overall season as a whole. They have a great ensemble of characters with these mutants that have like earned conflicts between them that you care about. Even if you didn't see the original series, they do such a good job immediately making you gravitate towards these characters, and it has truly epic moments sort of sprinkled throughout the whole season, in particular with Gambit and Magneto. And the showrunner just very clearly has immense respect to the source material, which I love and appreciate, because X-Men has some of the best stories in all of Marvel Comics. And if they just pull from those, fans are going to be happy, and they are good, compelling narratives, so the normies will be happy as well. I am a little nervous with Beau DeMaio being fired. I still am not exactly sure what he was let go for, but he very clearly had an immense amount of love for these characters, and so I'm hoping that the team left behind will kind of carry that love on. But just based off season 1, I am so excited for season 2. Again, we have no official release date like a lot of these shows, but it is supposed to be coming in the summer of 2026, I believe, and I'm so ready for it. Number 4, The Legend of Vox Machina, Season 4. These critical role shows are nailing it. Vox Machina has gotten better each season across the board, whether it's the narrative, the animation, the stakes, the like emotional weight of the show, character development, like how much you care about them and their interpersonal relationships, just all of it. all of it has gotten better from season to season. And so I think season 4, and then they've confirmed that season 5 is going to be the last one, have the potential to be truly epic if they can just kind of keep ramping up this quality this consistently. Like, it's very rare that a show just kind of gets better and better as it goes on. I mean, you have Breaking Bad, but it's hard to name another show that just gets better and better. So fingers crossed that trend continues, and I'm very much looking forward to this one. They're no confirmed date, but they're thinking early 2026, and I am here for it. Number 3, The Boys Season 5. It's going to be our series finale. I think it's a perfect time to end the show because I feel like the show and the universe, in terms of Gen V, you can just feel are losing a bit of steam. And I know that they have some more spin-offs planned. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to go and whether or not I'll be interested to see them depending on how this goes. But I think that this is a perfect time to end, and I do trust the team to close it out in a satisfying way. And the steady buildup from season to season in terms of moving up the scale and the stakes for the characters and the dynamics between the team and the heroes to the villains, if this show manages to stick to its brutal tone and isn't afraid to just go for it and kill off some characters and have some crazy destruction in this final season, I really think this could be one of the best series finales that we've gotten in a long time, because there is so much earned conflict, and you just realistically know with the world that they're setting up that not all the characters should survive, and if they do, it'll feel kind of like a cop-out, so I don't want that. I want them to have genuine shock factor for this season, and yeah, I hope it's memorable. Number 2, Invincible Season 4. I think Season 3, in particular over the back half, really started to hit a stride with animation improvements, story momentum. You have more and more brutal moments. The stakes are increasing as Alan and Nolan are setting up this war with Viltrum and revealing more on that side. The show has, from the first episode, has been compelling. It's hilarious. It's dramatic. It has a mystery to it, whether or not it's the mystery of why Nolan kills the Guardians in the first season or the mystery behind the Viltrum Empire and how that's going to go now. The show really, it has it all, and there are some animation gaffes a little bit more in season 2 than the other seasons, but even then, I don't really think the show has a lot of flaws. And with this upcoming season, they've already confirmed that they're going to have some new storylines that didn't quite make it to the comic, so it'll be nice that like everybody's on the same level. Like, even if they haven't read the source material, we'll all be surprised week to week. And this is, I think, really one of the best shows, whether you're talking animated or live action, that's on any streaming service, any TV channel right now. It is simply one of the best. All right, coming in at number 1, we're going to have Ted Lasso Season 4. Ted Lasso is quite possibly my favorite TV show of all time. I love these characters. It's an incredibly heartfelt show and truly hilarious. I don't know if I've ever laughed as hard as when I'm laughing at this show, and I am nervous about them bringing it back because I thought that the end of season 3 closed things off really well, but the new direction they're going in, it sounds like it will feel more earned, and I do trust the team to help it feel earned and justify its existence. But this is the ultimate comfort show. It feels good in your soul when you're watching it. It's one of those rare TV shows that when I watch it, I feel like I want to be a better person, and I cannot wait to be back in this world with these characters. I understand this new direction is going, and I do understand that not every character is going to come back as a main player, but I'm sure they will all come back as guest appearances in some way. But I am unbelievably excited for this show. Now, this one, they haven't confirmed for 2026. That's just seems to be the general thought, is because it's already wrapped filming, is that it will be out sometime 2026, most likely in the early part of the summer, late part of the spring. But if it gets pushed back, then we'll just, it's obviously going to wind up on my most anticipated for 2027 list. But that is it. I'll do a quick recap. At number 10, Spider Noir. Number 9, Ahsoka Season 2. Number 8, Maul Shadow Lord. Number 7, Daredevil Born Again Season 2. Number 6, Lanterns. Number 5, X-Men 97 Season 2. Number 4, The Legends of Vox Machina Season 4. Number 3, The Boys Season 5. Number 2, Invincible Season 4. And coming in at number 1, easily, Ted Lasso Season 4. So like I said while I was going through this list here, a lot of these don't have official dates yet, but most of them are confirmed to at least be 2026. No confirmation for Ted Lasso, but if any of them end up not coming out this year, then I will be excited for them in 2027, but I'll also be incredibly bummed that I have to wait longer to see these shows. But let me know down below if I missed anything, or if just kind of based off my videos, if there's a show that you think I would like or should be excited about, please let me know. I would love to find new things to get into. I would also just love to know your list down below, whether or not it's a full 10 or top 5, top 3, or even just top 1. I would love to see it, and let me know what you're excited about for this project. So yeah, to just expand on your thoughts. I would absolutely love to see it. I'm working on some more videos that I'll have out for you very soon, and I'll see you guys in the next one.